Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. Two of the league's premier first basemen, Votto and Rizzo, coming up next. John Lackey will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this will be his second start of the season. In his first start, he already got himself in the win column. He'll be looking to add to that here.
Billy Hamilton heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 6.
And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, Matty, the guy to look out for is Brandon Phillips. He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, they'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
Eugenio Suarez will stand in. He's got that average pushing up near 300 to start the new season. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
And when you're looking at trying to get out of a funk like this, it always helps when you can hand the ball over to a veteran starter that's been through this before. And luckily for them, they're going to be able to do that here.
And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, strike 2. Lackey's ready. Here's the 1-2. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Hit hard to short. Gloved by Russell. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there, as we're going to get another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that replay, and we're going to have to see what the word from the dugout is. Remember, the ruling on the field is safe.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Cubs have decided to challenge.
Okay, well, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? Yeah, I think that shot right there makes it look like he might have been out, so this might be a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty.
Has been overturned, and the batter ruled out.
In is Joey Votto now. Shot to third, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
He's gotten off to a really slow start here in April. Or maybe this can help him snap out of it. That's a sharp single there.
Brandon Phillips will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. 2 out with the man at first. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. All the way here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Belted high in the air out to left. Schwarber going back on it to the track, to the wall. Gone! A two-run home run for Brandon Phillips. And it's given Cincinnati a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Here's Jay Bruce now.
The right fielder, number 32.
As he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. And this one misses to Bruce as he moves out in front. It's 2-1. He just doesn't seem to have as good command out there in the first inning.
You're right about that. He has not looked comfortable at all so far, and sometimes you see that when you're pitching on the road, but rarely when you're in your own home ballpark.
Hit hard, but right into the shift. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. But the Reds do push across a couple on this two-run home run. On to the bottom of the first, 2-0 Cincinnati. Alfredo Simon is on the mound for game two. What do we need to know here, EK?
Yeah, guys, in his last start, he gave us the 5 and dive. Didn't get a decision. He'll be looking to go a little deeper in this one and hopefully end up with a win.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. And, Eric, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
And it was a great start to the road trip. They were able to pull out a one-run victory, so hopefully that'll give them a little momentum because they've got some very difficult games coming up in this stretch.
Smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Grounded. Oh, and that's off the second base bag. DeJesus from the outfield grass. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Ball.
2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. Nobody out, runner on first. Ground ball right side. Phillips showing off his range. On to Votto, a double play. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Oh, you got to chip away. You're down by 2 after the top of the first, and that doesn't guarantee they're not going to score more runs as this game goes along, but find a way to get yourself back in this game.
Ben Zobrist will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Into the windup and the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Tap fouled at home plate. The 1-2 pitch. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 2 out, nobody on. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Bruce on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down quietly. They're down 2-0. Scott Schebler to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Lackey steps into the windup. First pitch on the way. And there's the fastball from Lackey, 0-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. Defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
At the plate, Ivan De Jesus Jr. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side. And that's through for a hit.
And here's a case on the mound where he's trying to sneak a first pitch fastball by him. But he was having none of that at the plate. He just sends it right back where it came from.
Standing in now, Tucker Barnhart, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Anthony Rizzo will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Popped high in the air. Suarez on the move. 1 out. And with that, we'll give you a look at how the Reds align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Joey Votto is recognized as a great, actually an elite offensive player, but he's one of the better defensive first basemen as well. He's won a Gold Glove. He's got quick reflexes, soft hands, and most important, he does not make mental mistakes out in the field.
Standing in, Chris Bryant, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Fly ball out to right field. Bruce giving chase. 2 down.
Well, you know as well as I do, EK, that there's a big difference between going the other way with a pitch and just flat out being late. That's why he couldn't really drive that ball to right field.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, he just really pulled off of that pitch. This is a two-seamer working its way down and away, and he wasn't even close. Nope.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail things here 2-0. Alfredo Simon set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Lackey looks in. Here's the 2-1. Hard liner toward short, but right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out.
Well, it's always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Striding in once again, Billy Hamilton, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
Line drive to left. But this will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but this is one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Into the box now, Eugenio Suarez. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. Two out, nobody on. Takes this the other way to right. And that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Joey Votto will get a shot here with two away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That two-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there in this inning. He's just trying to get him as he can.
Ready with the 0-2. And he reaches for one but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. Reds leave one, but they're on top 2-0. Leading off the inning, Kyle Schwarber, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit high and deep out to left. Schebler racing back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. Around second, he'll try for third. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. And he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him.
Yeah, not a real heady base running move right there. He's got thoughts of going to third, and then he thinks better of it, and by then, he's a dead duck out there trying to make it back to second.
Here's Addison Russell. As he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Bounced weakly near the plate. That's a foul ball. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
One out, nobody on. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will land out there just foul. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Suarez is in his tracks now. And that's out number 2.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
John Lackey digs in, ready for his first plate appearance. First offering on its way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Split-fingered pitch that's by him for strike 2.
Well, give him some credit. With 2 outs, a lot of pitchers will just leave that bat on their shoulder, but he's at least taking some hacks and making the pitcher work.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as internet sensation Dat Dude Brandon Phillips gets set to lead off the Cincinnati half of the inning. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
Now a curveball ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Running hard, he's digging for second.
Oh, he had to be sitting on this pitch because he was all over it. This is a curveball, not really a terrible one either, but he guessed right and he yanks this ball right down the line for a leadoff double.
Stepping into the box, Jay Bruce. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Lackey comes set. First pitch on its way. Lays off 1-0. Well, you see there on the graphic, he picks up his first 2-base hit of the new season. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here.
No, that's down.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Left side. Bryant is up with it. A quick out number 1.
You know, usually I'm going to jump on the hitters when they fail to move runners over, but hey, look, that pitcher, he did a good job. I mean, he knows what they're trying to do, so he makes it as tough as possible to hit the ball to the right side. That's using your head out there.
Scott Schebler comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, strikeout last time, and it's been a tough series for him so far. Let's see if we can make a little bit of an adjustment here in this at-bat.
And Lackey jumps ahead of him here with the fastball. Strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And now he'll step off and raise his hand towards second, but he'll just hold on to it. And he misses there. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
One and two, here it comes. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
And now looking back on this inning, the failure to get the guy to third in the previous at-bat probably cost him a run there. Now, sometimes these seem like little mistakes at the time, but now he's still at second with 2 away.
Digging in, Ivan De Jesus Jr. He singled his last time up.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner wasn't getting any ideas out there. Left field and deep. Schwarber ranging back. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Cincinnati. They're up 2-0. Leading off the inning, Dexter Fowler. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
And if there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
Boy, and that's about as bad as you can fool a guy. It's 1-2.
Ooh. Anytime you can get a big league hitter to look like that, you know you've thrown a great pitch.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Schebler racing back, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run there for Dexter Fowler. And that'll put the Cubs on the board. It's now a 2-1 lead.
And that's the thing about this game. Every pitch tells a different story. I mean, here, this guy, he looks absolutely foolish on the pitch before. So what does he do 1 pitch later? Takes it right over the wall. Well, what an adjustment.
The right fielder, number 22.
Here's Jason Hayward now. As he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
And this guy's had his way with him so far. So maybe this is the way to change things up. Maybe go into attack mode up there. Kind of get the sense that they've been a little too passive. So this is a nice first pitch single.
Striding into the box, Ben Zobrist. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Runs up and gets this one down. There to take it is Votto, and there's one gone. And he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your unassisted double play.
Well, the idea is not a bad one. The defense probably wasn't expecting him to try and put one down, but unfortunately, I don't think that runner was expecting it either. He doesn't know what to do, and he winds up getting doubled off.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Check swing in the dirt, but he went around, and that ends the inning. Cubbies draw a bit closer on the strength of this solo home run. We're through 4. It's the Reds 2 and the Cubs 1. Tucker Barnhart heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Tucker Barnhart.
Lackey gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss. Little too anxious there. 1-1. One and one. Here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Fowler. He's there and records the first out.
One of the great things about the play he made right there is it's really difficult to run after a ball that long and not have the ball bounce up and down in the air while you're running. You got to run on your toes. That's what he did. That keeps the ball smooth and makes it easier to catch.
Into the box, Alfredo Simon. Oh, he's able to get a glove on that one. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
And you know, I think a pitcher's first reaction on a comebacker is to duck, get out of the way. And then when you finally figure out you're a major leaguer, your second reaction is to actually field the ball. And sometimes you can get caught between the two. But this is good awareness right here to know where this ball is, not panic, and still get the out.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Hayward giving chase. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A strong inning that time out of John Lackey. He's still on the short end of a 2-1 score. Chris Bryant comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
I don't think that's where he wanted that two-seamer to end up. That thing leaked right back over the heart of the plate.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, if you're the first baseman, you can see that runner in front of you, so you got to make sure to get that baseball before it rolls foul. That's a pretty nice play there.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
When you're already in the hole at the plate, the last thing you want to do is keep digging, but that's what he's doing up there. That's the second time he struck out in the ball game, and it's another instance where his pitch selection is really doing him in.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. One and one.
I think that's been his best pitch so far in this game. Guys just haven't been all that close to it.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hamilton is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're down 2-1. Eugenio Suarez will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Fowler has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Well, he is definitely doing his part out there. You see his line so far. He's keeping his guys in the ball game. He's just not getting any help offensively.
Joey Votto will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Trying to strike him out for the second time. On the ground to the right side. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The second baseman.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Brandon Phillips will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. First pitch of the at-bat. Check to swing there and pops this one up. Russell is there for it, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They still lead it 2-1. Addison Russell will get set. Cubs look to get it going in their half of the sixth. Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as a lefty's begun to heat up down there. Simon sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. Swung right over the splitter there. 0-1. For that man right there, just the one run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count. 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
And a wasted pitch there, 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Set to deal on 2-2. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Munenori Kawasaki will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 66, Munenori Kawasaki.
Hit to first, fielded by Votto, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Ready once again, Dexter Fowler. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Jay Bruce will be the one to lead us off when we return. It's the Reds 2 and the Cubs 1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Reds leading this one as we start the 7th, and before we commence, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Travis Wood will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far.
Travis Wood.
And there is Jay Bruce. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
32, Jay Bruce.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2. Living a little dangerously here.
Yeah, you don't have to go looking for trouble. The trouble will find you if you're putting pitches there.
Reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
This is a big inning here. You're down only one with the heart of the order coming up next time you get in, so that's a good first step.
Scott Schebler will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Lefty against lefty here as this is taken for a ball. 1-0. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, look at the sliding stop. He is out.
Whew, no problem.
Now batting, shortstop, Ivan De Jesus Jr.
Ivan De Jesus Jr. will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Woods ready, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Oh, the crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot, though.
We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Hit to short. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Yeah, I think this has got to be an infield single. You see the reaching attempt there at short. Even if he fields this ball cleanly, there's no guarantee they were going to get him at first. And this is indeed going to be a base hit.
Standing in now, Tucker Barnhart, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. High in the air out towards shallow right. Hayward moves over, and that retires the side. Reds leave 1. They lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Jason Hayward, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. First pitch on its way. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Schebler has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Boy, you talk about a guy getting himself in a groove. How about 10 in a row he's retired now? He's just making it look easy.
So 1 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up Ben Zobrist. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Barnhart is up with it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
I think at this point, a 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you just groove one.
One run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Swinging away and maybe a bit too anxious there. Still ahead in the count, 3-1. Had a good 3-1 cut, but he misses the splitter. 3-2 now.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Yeah, tying runs on base now with 2 outs, and who knows? If this next guy can put one in the gap, we could have ourselves a tie ball game.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Tony Cingrani will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Zach Cozart is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Number 2, Zach Cozart.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Chris Bryant. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
The 1-0 pitch. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They still trail it here 2-1. Justin Grimm will be summoned from the bullpen now. He'll take over to start inning number 8.
52, Justin Grimm.
Zach Cozart will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th.
Zach Cozart.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. And another foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Another one sent foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. High pop-up. Calling for it, Bryant. One away.
And as a defender, these are the kind of pitchers you like to play behind. Someone who pitches to contact, keeps the defense involved, and he gets an easy pop-up right here.
Billy Hamilton will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. This is hit high and deep out to left. Schwarber ranging back. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run. A solo shot here to left, and it gives the Reds a 3-1 lead.
And how important might that home run turn out to be in the whole grand scheme of things? That's going to make this now a 2-run game here in the top of the 8th. And with this bullpen needing 6 outs, they just got a little bit of wiggle room from their offense right there.
In is Joey Votto now. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. Set to deliver the 0-1. Lifted in the air out to center field. Fowler has a beat on it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 for the Reds in the inning, and it comes courtesy of this solo home run. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's now 3-1 Cincinnati. Leading off the inning, Miguel Montero, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Cingrani pauses. Here's the pitch. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
And this is swung on and missed that time by Montero. No balls and 2 strikes now. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. 2 very good pitching performances illustrated there as we give you a look at our starter comparison in this 3-1 contest. Coming to the plate now, Kyle Schwarber. He flew out in his last at-bat. Jorge Soler will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Soler.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for, because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
He just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
His fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
0-2, here it comes. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Hard to do much better than this. I mean, here are the only 3 batters he's faced since coming on. Strikeout, strikeout, and strikeout. Boy, that is flat dealing there.
Jumbo Diaz will come on here looking to get the final out in the home half of inning number 8.
Jumbo Diaz.
Here's Addison Russell, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
The 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, he's worked the count full now. That's a nice job of laying off on that one, although it kind of looked like an easy one to take.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Tommy La Stella will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 2, Tommy La Stella.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning.
Hello?
Jorge Soler will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 68.
Pedro Strop come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
46, Pedro Strop.
Striding in to start the 9th, Brandon Phillips, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. 0-1, here's the pitch. And this one misses to Phillips. It's a ball and a strike.
It didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with the running action on that 2-seam fastball.
Drilled on the ground to short. Russell's got it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
The right fielder, number 32, Jay Bruce.
Jay Bruce stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. 0-1.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
And a swing and a miss here, and the first two are dispatched to begin the ninth.
Boy, he just dominated that at-bat right there. You want to see a power pitcher go right through a guy? This is a three-pitch see you later right here. Have a seat.
In now, Scott Schebler. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Two out, nobody on. Sent on the ground out to second. Zobrist is there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. J.J. Hoover is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the sixth spot, number 60, J.J. Hoover. Now playing left field and batting in the seventh spot, number 23,
Matt Caesar will be summoned to pinch hit here to start the bottom of the ninth. And remember, they need 2 to tie, 3 to win, so he's got his work cut out for him here. Oh, and just a miserable effort there. It's 0-1. Think you'll see another one of those before this at-bat's through?
After that swing, I think you can just about take that to the bank.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Well, that pitch has a lot of life up in the zone. Just takes off on you.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out number one.
Dexter Fowler will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Here's the pitch. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two. Boy, no messing around here in this ninth inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch, and that's usually a fastball.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you get a good sense of his value to this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
Here's Jason Hayward now. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Shot back up the middle, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Not too many balls hit solidly tonight, just their 6th hit of the game, so now they need to figure out some way to string a few of these together.
Ben Zobrist will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
He's set and the pitch. Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0.
And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there's got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Chop foul at the plate. Strike one. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Drilled to the right side. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
And you just had the feeling that even though they were down to their final strike, they were not going to go down easily. And now they're going to keep this game alive for at least one more batter.
Anthony Rizzo stands in, trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
Comes set. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time to take care of him. And the Reds have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road, as this one is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here, Brandon Phillips. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Reds win this one 3-1. Good night from Chicago.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Cubs, 1 run, 7 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Alfredo Simon. His record is now 1-0. Give the save to J.J. Hoover, his 5th. The loss goes to John Lackey. He falls to 1-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 36 minutes. A reminder that extra southbound CTA Red Line trains will be available at the Addison Street Station 1 block east of Wrigley Field. Northbound passengers are asked to board at the Sheridan Station. Post-game bus service will also be available on the 8 Halstead, 22 Clark, 152 Addison, and the 154 Wrigley Field Express routes.